Yeah, I think we might, one of the first things we might want to do, completely aside from a swing, is take a look at clubs for you.
Okay.
These shafts, R300s, I think for the amount of power you're generating, are way too light of a flex.
Yeah.
And what's going to happen is, as that club is approaching impact, okay, you're taking your normal swing, but that club face, because the shaft is loose, is going to be very inconsistent. At times it may be open at address, it might close early, you may chunk it, okay, but you're going to see a lot of inconsistent ball flight out there. Okay, so I think that in itself, if we can fit you into a proper shaft, you may be happier with the results as far as the consistency right and left.
Okay, so something stiffer?
I definitely think we're going to go stiffer. We'll get you on the launch monitor and fit you up, but I definitely think it's going to be a lot stiffer than that. It's no doubt going to be stiff, if not extra stiff for you. One of the main things I saw in your swing was that you have a bit of a sway. Okay, so as you're moving, right, the body's doing a lot of lateral movement this way. Okay, and that's also going to breed some inconsistency when you talk about impact. Okay, we want to be as stable as possible. Okay, you have a fair narrow stance, so first thing we're going to do is widen out your stance a little bit. That should help you. Okay, that should help resist the natural movement side to side in the swing. Okay, the next thing I really want you to focus on is rotating around your core. Okay, when you go ahead and get in your setup position for me. Okay, so we have a little hunching going on in the back here.
Okay.
Okay, I want you to try to straighten up a little bit. We're going to get a little bit better spine angle. All right, so we're going to get a little taller in the chest. Okay, we'll get a nice spine angle here. And the next thing I really want you to feel, all right, is we're going to tighten that core. Okay, because we're going to rotate around that core. We want that core to be engaged. So as we get into our setup position, okay, as you start to rotate, you should feel that core engage as we get into the top of the backswing. Okay, and if we can get you rotating in this manner here, as opposed to coming back that way, that's going to be a better start. It'll put you in a better position at the top of the swing, and it's going to give you better impact. Okay, why don't we try to take a couple of swings? We're going to focus on that stability. Okay.
Okay.
So what we don't want is, you know, you're obviously a better golfer, you're lower handicap. When you take a good swing, I want you to be rewarded for that. It's not good if we're taking good swings and we're not getting the results we want. Then we start guessing and all kinds of other mental things start coming into the game. I want you to be able to keep it simple and take a natural swing. So what we're really going to be focusing on, it looks like, in your swing is that stability. Okay, hopefully if we can stabilize that rotation in your swing, it's going to give you much more consistency when we talk about where that golf ball is going. Absolutely. And then if you get yourself onto the golf course and you say, like, you know, we were just talking about, hey, I'm 70 yards out from the flag. Okay, well then, okay, I have my distance, right? You've got your clock methods all figured out. So now I just need to pick a trajectory. Well, I've got a bunker in front of the green. I need to come in high. We're going with 56. So that, you know, so right there, you've chosen the shot and you've given yourself a much greater opportunity for success because you've chosen the proper shot. And that's the type of game management that's really going to pay off for you. All right, if you can really start to hone in on those types of things, it'll start to pay off. So does that sound like it makes sense?
Sounds great.
Sound like a good plan going forward?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all about reading.
All right, Dave, welcome back.
Thank you.
We've gotten the important part done. We got you fit for clubs.
New sticks.
So we got you into all X-Flex stuff, which I think we've seen, you know, we're going to see some big difference there. So I've been looking forward to today, getting your Christmas presents out of the bag.
Me too. I was just, when I was walking up here, I realized this club, my 8, I've never hit it before. It was like brand new, out of the box, hadn't been touched. So
that's great. So have you been able to swing the clubs at all? Yeah, obviously. Okay.
Yeah, I played the other day. Just so happened, I mean, I was so long off the tee, I went driver wedge the whole day. So
that was perfect. So how's the control been with the new clubs though?
So much better.
So much better.
I mean, it just feels so much solid from here to here through. I'm not getting a huge whippiness, you know, action where it could go left, right, could go really wherever. So it's definitely a lot more solid. It's something I have to get used to. It's definitely different, but I think I can definitely get used to the ball flight in the direction that I'm getting.
Okay, great. Well, I'm looking forward to hitting some balls now. Definitely see some improvement in your ability to hit the ball, and your impact has been good. Your angle of attack's been great. Nice and consistent. You know, the thing we're working on, like you said, tempo. Your ability to control your tempo has really dictated your ability to gauge your distance, and that's important. You know, I know we talked about you know, what happens when we move our feet around, how that changes, you know, your club face and your club path, and those two things are gonna help you create all those different shots.
Yep.
With the trajectory tower, obviously you're opening up the stance to hit the higher shots.
Yep.
You're closing it down to close that club face and keep compressing the ball through impact. So we really covered a lot, and it seems like you certainly understand it all. So I hope that, you know, you can take the practice routines and some of these drills and teaching aids and continue to work on those things as we move forward and progress with the swing as well. And hopefully we can start to piece these things together and get you out on the course playing some better golf. Okay, so if you go ahead and line up again for me there. All right, some people think that it's relative to here, right? But in actuality, because your stance is square this way, we need to look at your ball position from this standpoint. So this is actually in the middle of your stance here.
Okay.
Okay?
So I need to be further up like this?
If you're trying to loft the ball, where this is a pretty standard bunker shot, you don't need to move it any far forward. We just don't want it creeping back in the stance at all. Okay?